1957 we went house hunting, looking for somewhere to live. It wasn't too far from the university. We thought Carlton would be too expensive because Carlton was just beginning to attract quite a number of people we knew, academic people. So we drove around alternative areas where houses were for sale, and this can take forever. I don't know how long it took. When we drove down Hanover Street, we thought, how extraordinary. We saw this number 35. We negotiated a price which was £4,750, which was, we were told, about average at the time, not cheap, not expensive. We negotiated a mortgage through Melbourne University because they sent out people to sniff around and they had a really good look. And they said, considering its age, was the phrase, it's in remarkably good condition. Of course, the Housing Commission assured us they had, and the phrase, as it always is with governments, they had no plans to develop any more property in Hanover Street. They'd already developed half the street. So how naive we were. There were 8, what were called then, maisonettes. You don't hear the name, do you? No, you don't. No. 8 maisonettes. Now, the Housing Commission sold them at auction, and most of the purchasers were what were then called New Australians. Now, I think that was because they liked living close to the city. They didn't have any feelings about Fitzroy as being a dump to live in. Palmer Street, Nicholson Street. So this area was raised. And Father Tucker, there's a letter in the Brotherhood archives from Father Tucker saying he didn't like high-rise flats. In fact, no, not high-rise, he didn't like flats. But the thing to do is to clear the slums. He has to leave it to the men who are experienced in these things to decide what for. So he was just thrusting to get the houses demolished. Now in 1959, there was what's called, the Housing Commission conducted what was called the Shaw-Davy Report. It was a windscreen survey of the inner suburbs. Now there's a pub, you know that? Yeah, it's in the corner of Elgin Street and Drummond Street. Now the pub is called Shaw-Davy Slum. Now, who on earth would know what that refers to? The Shaw-Davy Slum. I mean, what a silly name for a pub. Ordered us with a letter saying, we should be preserved. The Royal Society, I suppose they went hard too. I don't know who. I suppose John approached them. And then the National Trust. So we had 3 letters from these 3 organisations. And I think we must have requested a visit from the minister. We must have, otherwise he wouldn't have come. Now, the minister then was Lindsay Thompson, the Minister for Housing. And with him came a couple of commissioners, at least I think there were 2, could have been. And this is 1964. I mean, the Hanover Street was reasonably done up, but it still looked really shabby. And I can remember rushing out and buying a cyclone, God knows why a cyclone, putting it in the windowsill, anything to distract him from looking at some parts of the house. A letter arrived from the Housing Commission. They wanted to renegotiate the sale of 35. And one of the key sentences, we are your only buyers. They intimidated people very much. I mean, that's if you think, yes. So I was furious to get this because we had some sort of an exemption back, saying that I could stay as long as I liked. That was all right for me. What about the house? Oh, they're really wily.
Yes.
Now, Mr. Chur, with his very fine terrace house, he tried really hard to save his house. And it was obviously in such good repair. I mean, it couldn't have been in better repair. However, no, they said you can't. Apparently, you can't get an exemption. Apparently, he wore out the carpet at the Housing Commission. He was determined not to move. Yes. However, to no avail. Yes. Yeah. Anyway, they said, this was a great favour. They said, well, you can demolish the house and build your own. That was the condition under which he could survive there in that particular street, in that particular locality. So, of course, he put concrete all over the floor, over the ground. He built 5 flats with a car park underneath. He stood over it, the builders, every day he was there. I'm sure they're very well built, but most people wouldn't think they improved the look of the street. And that was an appalling way to treat him, really. But then, I mean, it was one of many. But it's just interesting that we happen to know about it. We're living next door.